I have a rough idea of how to work with the list. You call, you invite, basically I got it. The second question. My list isn't very big, so I can see that it will eventually run out. What should I do next with this? Are there any other options besides the internet? How can I start conversations, communicate, and invite people to meetings somewhere?
I understand most people are in this situation. Most distributors come with the question, my list has run out. Well, first of all, it doesn't run out if it's properly compiled and includes all the people. And secondly, you can go through it again. But besides the internet, people are everywhere around us, and we need to understand that. For instance, we sit in a cafe, we eat in a restaurant, we go to a store, we are in a parking lot, we are at a gas station. There are people everywhere. Yes, starting a conversation with them might not feel entirely natural, because we think about what others will think of us, and if the person isn't interested, what will they say? And I don't like bothering people, and so on. Probably this is what holds most people back. But I can't stay silent because I imagine that each of these people could become a top person in my qualification, a top person in the company. Theoretically, it's possible. These are real people.
So basically, the idea is that if I don't approach him now, I could potentially be losing tens of thousands of dollars in the future.
I will lose a lot of money, yes. Cool thought. Yes, it makes me talk to people wherever I am. Yes, that's the first point. Secondly, you just need to understand the basic matrices, that is, the algorithms for how to start a conversation with a stranger. First of all, you need to have a precedent. That is, why are you approaching them now? For example, I see you are reading the product ingredients. We are currently developing a direction related to proper nutrition and a healthy lifestyle. Here is the precedent. I see that you are regularly at the gym. We run into each other here every 2 days. What other precedents could there be? Absolutely different ones. I see you work part-time with Uber. Are you looking for any additional opportunities?
Okay, if I, let's say, work at a gas station, I am filling up your car.
Even if it's not sphere presentable for you, how would you start talking to me? Here's a recent case at the gas station. A woman sells me coffee and says, would you like to try a donut as well? I say, you sell so well, I would sign you up for my Coral. And then I stay silent. Yes, she asks, where did you sign up? I say, in Coral. What is that? Haven't you heard? We are currently developing this direction in your city. Proper nutrition, a healthy lifestyle. No, I haven't heard. What is it? She starts asking. The principle is to make the person start asking you rather than you imposing on them. So there should be certain hooks.
Well, yes.
And it doesn't always work right away. That is, you might throw out some bait and the person won't bite, so to speak, in slang terms. All right, here's an option. Let's say taxi drivers, the most common topic. I'm riding with a taxi driver. How do I translate with him? This is the coolest life hack, by the way. We have already arrived, and this needs to be done in the last 2 minutes, or even in the last minute. So I was just coming back from the regions and getting out of the taxi. The guys had already gotten out, and I said, listen, by the way, have you heard anything about the Coral Club in your city? No, I haven't heard. What have you heard about? No, I haven't heard. Maybe we can be useful to you. We will be at your place next week. Let me write down your phone number. I'll send the information on Viber. And if you're interested, we could collaborate mutually beneficially. Well, yes, write it down. I have the person's Viber. In 2 days, I'll send the information. Next time I come over and call, it's no longer a cold contact. In the beginning, when I was starting out, I really always felt this kind of shyness. I don't know exactly what I was afraid of, but it felt uncomfortable. Like, give me your phone number. I'll send it to you. Does it matter? I understand the words I need to say. Does the manner in which you say it matter? Of course. Well, I don't know of any super effective training in this area yet, but it only comes with practice. Plus, with an understanding of why you are doing it. If your desire is to profit off a person, then it's like you are... If you think he will make some kind of turnover, then it's not profitable. This is probably not the best option. When you truly understand that you can be useful to a person and you provide them with valuable information for the future, your shyness about seeming pushy immediately disappears. That's how it works for me. Basically, I shouldn't be bothered at all by what he thinks, first of all.
This is the first one, right?
Yes, most likely you will see him for the last time if your paths don't cross again.
The worst that will happen. I'll survive it somehow.
There are 8 billion people in the world. This is potentially our market. If we learn to do this method well... By the way, one of the largest branches in my organization is the result of a cold contact. That is, the task of a cold contact is not to explain the essence, not to hold a meeting, and not to sign the person up. It is to exchange contacts and schedule a second contact. Well, the next contact meeting, either a phone call or texting and so on. What do you do with this contact afterward? I'm already setting up the meeting, sending out information, kind of like a screening stage, filtering the person, whether they're interested or not, because, well, our task isn't to sign up just anyone, our task is to select. You understand that yourself.
Okay, if I took the phone number, let's say, as you told me last time, I took the phone number from a person and said I would call them later. How do you call a cold contact afterward?
So, sorry, remember, yes, we have 5-10 minutes. He says, well, yes, we do. So we are already settled on the fact that we are going to talk now. I say, listen, let me explain it briefly.
When you call on the phone, yes.
And you immediately understand that there will be several, meaning you don't make an offer. In just a second, like, hey, remember I called you, let's meet up. No, let's talk for at least a few minutes. I'll understand what might interest you, what I can offer. And if we click, then we can even meet in person and have a more detailed conversation. Those first 5-10 people didn't even remember that you approached them. They won't even remember you the next day, But for you, it's a skill. So the first thing you need to do is start practicing in this direction. And then all these technologies, by the way, the lack of time is also a factor. Yes, so you need to create a sense of urgency. As if we are in a hurry. Like, I only have a minute right now, let's exchange contacts quickly. The person doesn't start asking too many questions. They understand there's some kind of offer and we'll figure it out later. And when it's later, that's a completely different conversation. So the goal of a cold contact is to exchange contacts and set up the next meeting. Okay, another question.
Do you exchange Instagrams? 100%.
This is a step-by-step deal. That means even if we don't align interests right now, he continues to watch me, observing my changes and direction. If I do everything correctly and demonstrate it, I get a chance to reconnect with him later.
I think exchanging Instagram is one of the easiest ways to get in touch with someone.
Yes, and then refine it.
A phone is kind of more or less personal. You need to explain why you need their phone number. Hey, do you have Instagram? Let me follow you, or you follow me. Yesterday I was literally with a girl offering cigarettes. Well, a solution. Actually, not cigarettes, but IQOS. It's not even IQOS, but some new company they have there. I don't smoke and I don't need this thing, and I'm basically not interested in what she's saying. I start talking to her like this. Oh, I have a friend who does just that. Yeah, cool. I say, well, I don't smoke, but it might be a gift for someone. Yeah, of course. And she starts selling it to me. I say, listen, right now I'm in a hurry. I'm not ready to buy anything at the moment. How can we get in touch separately? She says, well, I don't know. I ask her for her phone number. She hesitated. I say, listen, are you on Instagram? She says, yes, there is. I say, go ahead and follow me and we can communicate there. That's how you get followers, I remember. If other methods don't work, at least. Do it in person. Well, you later hired them in person. Yes. So this way of exchanging Instagram is very easy. But Instagram is a separate topic that needs to be understood. 100%.
But that's the essence of the cold market. That is, to exchange contacts under some kind of pretext, that is, under some kind of precedent. So basically, to summarize, the phrases, I have no one to work with, I have no one to offer to, I don't have a list, are just excuses, 100%. That is, look to the left, look to the right. There are people there, just find a way to approach them. Make sure you do it well. It wasn't like I needed it, how to do it. Yes, this should be quite easy, so that the person doesn't feel like you have any particular interest in it. Well, any gain from all of this? If you do it lightly with the wish to help the person, it happens very naturally.
I think this is very useful information. At the very least, when I started in this business, especially during the first few months, the first year, this would have been golden information for me because I didn't have such a precise scripts on how to do it correctly. Thank you, I'm sure it will be helpful.